wasn't that long ago, but it feels like a long time ago. You can never plan out life. It's gonna come at you and meet you, and you have to meet it too. I think with the first album, the idea was so clear, and it was such like a direction from the elders, and like, go and do this album. And I was just like, okay, cool. But it was all about community and language and stuff, and it was like, maybe that allowed it to also be a bit of an arm's length. And so this one feels much more personal and much more like, yeah, you know, I took some time and figured out who I was. I think I approached this record with a sense of like, oh, well, all these people are gathered around, you know, after these awards and this first album, like, tell them a story. Like, why not give them something personal? And so this one is like a much more of a direct offering to people, because I understand that because I'm singing half in English too, it is like directed towards a wider conversation. I think as a country we're grappling and trying to understand our collective history, I think, a little more closely. And it's good, ultimately, I think, because we're at least coming to hold that story together, rather than it just being two completely different realities, which is what it felt like when I was growing up. You know, kind of getting the story at home and then going to school and being like, oh, why are we studying John A. Macdonald? You know, it's like, you know, it's like, I guess just telling a more nuanced story about what this country is and what it's been and where we're going to. And for me, that's what this record is. This new record's kind of grappling with all of that, right? Like there's sorrow, and there's grief, and there's joy, and there's beauty, and they're all kind of like up against each other. And yeah, that for me is an interesting place to examine. I hope it's an invitation for people to get curious about themselves and where they come from, and how we're gonna heal together.